7 weeks ago, the XBL Cross-Platform Baseball League's first season on Super Mega Baseball 3 began. Tonight, that journey ends with a bang as we wrap up the AAA and XBL seasons with showstopper matchups between the top competitors from both leagues. Tonight, at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, we will have perhaps the most highly anticipated XBL series of the season, with Lazy and the #1 Tokyo Jackals taking on Ashnod's Coupon and his #2 Chicago Blues. Both teams have already secured their playoff seeds and a first-round bye. On opposite sides of the bracket, this very well could be a preview of the XBL World Series. But first, we have tonight's AAA match of the week between two top-ranked players who will almost assuredly be moving up to the 90 Ego XBL next season. It's number 2 bhagen and the Nanaimo Megafauna taking on number 1 Jampaladin and his Malibu Surfers. Played at 80 Ego for batting and 90 Ego for everything else, this is your AAA match of the week. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this production of the XBL Cross-Platform Baseball League. I'm Light Snack, aka Flurabelle, aka your play-by-play announcer. Joining me on color tonight is the Big D himself, league officer and XBL playoff-bound extraordinaire, Dwayne. Well, Dwayne, this is it. It's the end of Season 8. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling fantastic, Light Snack. I mean, the matchups we have on our slate tonight are absolutely unrivaled. If you came here for offense, you're going to see it. If you came here for exciting baseball, you're going to see it. If you came here to see the best of the best compete in both of these respective matchups, you're here to see it. I mean, we've got number 1 versus number 2 going in both leagues. I can't be more excited for what we have going.
And with this AAA match of the week that we are about to see between Jampaladin and bhagen, it's almost unprecedented how well these bats have been playing this entire season. Jampaladin immediately comes to mind. A huge amount of mercies under his belt. Mercy wins, winning games by 10 runs or more, thus ending the game early. And he started the season at 19-0. He was undefeated for 19 games in a row to start the season. Like, I don't even know what to say about that.
I mean, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but that is very, very nearly 99% likely the longest win streak in XBL history. Jampaladin looked unbeatable to start the season. It was just a question of if and maybe when someone might snip a win off of him. Someone eventually did. Now he's got 2 respective losses to his name. But either way, he, like you said, he looked unbeatable. He looked unrivaled. But bhagen he took a couple early losses from Mers in a sweep that kind of put him under the radar of some people. You know, Jampaladin with that shiny 19-0 record going for so long, it was easy to ignore bhagen. But he has been absolutely just as strong as Jam this entire season, and he's ready to put up a strong fight tonight, in my opinion.
And bhagen has ended this season without these last 2 games counting, obviously. In his last 25 games, he's gone 23-2. That is just an insane way to end your season, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of people are lucky if they manage 23 wins in a season. If you get 23 out of your last 25 at any point in any season, that's absolutely amazing. That's top-tier stuff. Both these teams comfortable on 80, looking to move up to 90. But you know they could do it probably at any level they play on because they're just that good.
And I know this was mentioned about the XBL match of the week that we have lined up, but I think I'll say it again for this one because the same holds true. We have the number 1 seed taking on the number 2 seed. Could this be a preview of the AAA World Series?
It very well could be. I mean, these AAA, with everybody included, has an extra round, I believe, added into the playoffs. But come to the World Series, we might see number 1 versus number 2. Both these guys are going to have pretty favorable brackets, pretty favorable matchups. But as we know, in the XBL, AAA, or in the Major League, anything can happen. It's any given day.
The mantra of this season that I have taken upon saying multiple times: anyone can beat anyone. And that is, I think, rang true for both AAA and XBL, as you said.
Absolutely.
We're going to get right into it here, folks. In just a few minutes, we will start our AAA match of the week between Jampaladin and bhagen, number 1 versus number 2. Don't go anywhere. The match of the week starts right after this. I'm not seeing the stream, by the way. It's gone.
Shortstop, number 14.
And the first pitch is on the way. A strike on the outside part of the zone will lead things off. The Nanaimo Megafauna will have home field advantage to start off this game one of the final series of the season for the AAA. I believe that's what was planned, but have the Surfers gotten all of their games in?
They are scheduled to play Corruptions tomorrow.
All right, then. With league office permission, then this will be the last AAA match of the week, as this one is flying out to blue in center field for out number 1. And this is how this game gets started. Edwin Beck, and you can just see it from Jam's players' averages. This man is batting .515 in the 2 spot.
Yeah, that's absolutely astounding. Any hitter batting over, .330 is good. Having someone in your lineup at .515, and I'm sure there's hitters just as comparable throughout this Surfers lineup. That's gotta feel good.
The 2-2 from Basking Shark to Beck. Just off the plate to bring the count full, with 1 out and nobody on. Edwin Beck's tough out has activated. Swings at the high and inside pitch, lifts it into shallow center field. Blue more action for him, and he gets out number 2.
This is her.
Yep. Now this is the name you need to watch out, folks. Pond Nielsen, first pitch, she swings at it, crushed to deep center field, and it is gone. That is what Pond Nielsen does and has been doing all season long. The Surfers lead 1-0.
Her 24th yak of the season, 66 RBIs in a 34-game season. You can't... There's numbers that are... Yeah, they're unreal.
Shoot to Jesus takes that one on the outside corner for strike 2. Swings at the low and outside pitch and pokes it up the middle for a 2-out single. Wendy Smile in the 5 spot. Batting .382. Basking Shark with the .409 ERA. The SPRP has his work cut out for him as he paints the corner on that pitch, bringing the count to 2-1. High and inside, just misses. The 3-1. Swing and a miss, low and inside. Payoff pitch, taken outside, and it did not cross over the plate.
Yeah, very
walk
tight
will make
call.
it runners at first and second with 2 outs. Very, very close call. Dorian Wiggs batting .426. Swings at that one to the gap in right field. That's going to score at least 1 run. The diving attempt from the right fielder just pokes it to Blue, who has to get it in. 2 runs will score. A 2 RBI double. Surfers have a 3-0 lead, and did we expect anything else?
No, you knew you were going to get runs in this matchup tonight. It's going to be a matter now of how Behagen comes out in the bottom of the first and answers. Right now, he's got to stop the bleeding here in the first with 3 runs on the board. I think he's in a favorable position if he manages to get through this. And he gives up a deep one to right.
Unfortunately for Behagen, that one is crushed. Jampaladin doing what he has done all season long. 5-0, he leads in the first. All of these runs scored with 2 outs.
Yeah, he absolutely deposited that shot into the upper deck.
That one is ripped right back up the middle for another base hit. Another 2-out single for the Surfers. And the number 9 batter, batting .509, Kurt Richardson. Brendan is rattled on the mound as he gets that one in for a strike.
Yeah, 31 pitches already. Behagen just trying to see him through this inning at the very least. You don't want to hit the bullpen this early.
That one is poked back up the middle. Say with the diving opportunity. The throw to first just a touch late. Everyone's safe. With first and second and 2 outs, the Surfers have batted around. Mew Cochran back up. She swings at this one towards the gap in left field, but Gray gets over and makes the grab to stop the bleeding. The Surfers put up 5 in the top of the first.
Yeah, very, very strong 5-spot from Jampaladin there. A couple of dingers, some timely hitting, a nice double into the gap for 2 RBIs. Now it's up to Ryder Mitchell to try and stifle this Megafauna offense that is sure to be looking to punch back.
A quick 0-2 to Bubba Blue, batting .311. Swing and a miss on the outside heater. And that's out number 1. And first pitch breaking ball swung on to DeJesus, steps on the bag for out number 2. If you're B. Hagen right now, I mean, you're itching to bat. You're itching to equalize it. And so, honestly, swinging at pretty much anything that he can get his hands on.
Yeah, for sure. He's got to be selective, though, and look for a good pitch to hit. You know, he's probably got a great eye that rivals Jampaladin, you know, on 80 ego, but these players are very used to the ego, the way the pitches come in. So look for B. Hagen to try and shorten up, get selective here after jumping out early, trying to get back into this.
The 2-2 just misses low and outside. The payoff pitch taken for strike 3, froze him in an outside corner. What a beautiful pitch.
Yeah, absolutely dotted him up there. And now we got the Surfers back up the plate. Here comes Edwin Beck, sporting a .511 average now.
1-2-3, not what you wanted if you're a Megafauna fan, but just what you want if you're rooting for Jampaladin and the Surfers. That one pounces off the glove of the pitcher. No one's able to get to it in time. And a leadoff infield single brings up the terror, Pond Nielsen. She takes the first pitch low. Runner on first and nobody out. Just catches the inside corner for strike 1. Takes high for ball 2. The 2-1 to Nielsen is swung on and laced towards the diving second baseman. It bounces off of his glove. Everyone safe, first and second with nobody out for Jampaladin and the Surfers.
Yeah, that's a tough break there for B. Hagen. 2 balls hit to his fielders, 2 balls bouncing off the glove now. Jampaladin gifted 2 runners on base, both with good speed too, so a hit can score him. B. Hagen's got to be careful, try and work some soft contact any way he can.
43 pitches already thrown for Basking Shark. This one is lined to left field, caught by Gray, out number 1.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 10.
Wendy Smile back in the batter's box. Takes low for ball number 1. The heater is swung on towards right field. It's fair. The diving effort by the first baseman keeps it from getting into the outfield, possibly saving a run. But everyone stays safe. Bases are loaded with 1 out.
Yeah, and a dangerous hitter in Dorian Wiggs. She's got a okay setup. But we're going to see a move to the bullpen here. Cassandra Killer comes in. Ton of junk, ton of velo. Little accuracy. The specialist now on the mound for the Megafauna. Let's see if he can get through this.
Right-handed specialist. This one is poked towards right field, but lifted. Right makes the catch, throws it into home. The runner at third will stay after a bluff towards home plate. Bases loaded and 2 outs for Kent Norwest. B. Hagen with Cassandra Killer on the mound trying to get out of this one. The forkball in there for a strike. This one is blooped towards center field. Staying up, though, for Blue. He makes the grab. With the bases loaded, the Surfers threaten, but they do not score. And we head to the bottom of the second where B. Hagen's desperately trying to get back into this one. Takes the first pitch off the plate for a ball. 101-mile-per-hour heater catches the outside corner. The 2-1 to Frederick Finn, who's batting .464. This one is grounded towards Smile, picks it up, throws it over to first for out number 1.
B. Hagen's still needing to hunt for something he can hit. He's got a lot of power, a lot of good average in this lineup. Really just needs to find something he can get a hold of, find his way back into this game. 5 rounds is not the biggest mountain to climb if you're a hitter of this caliber.
This one is lifted into center field, shallow. Beck runs in and makes the catch, out number 2. Sal Sperm, batting .364 with 9 homers and 22 ribbies on the year. Ryder Mitchell on the mound, however, is locked in and has been painting the corners, it seems, for these first 2 innings. A comebacker right into the glove of Ryder Mitchell. Another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, very difficult as last inning that a lot of balls bouncing off the gloves of B. Hagen's fielders. It's got to sting a little bit just to see him reach out and catch that one so easily.
Number 9 batter, Kurt Richardson, batting 514. Cassandra Killer has a lot of work to do now that the Megafauna are in their bullpen. This one is caught by Sperm at first base. A soft liner into his glove. 2 quick outs for the Surfers. Just what the Megafauna want. Two balls and no strikes to the top of the order, Mew Cochran. Swing and a miss at the high pitch. The 2-1 just misses outside to make the count 3-1. The delivery from Killer is off the plate. Mew Cochran draws the walk. And we head to the number 2 batter, Beck.
Yeah, not what you want there, a 2-out walk, gifting Jampaladin another runner on base. But Cassandra Killer so far being careful, pitching Jam with a bit of tact, doing a great job getting some soft contact outs. Let's see if she can find her way through this.
This one is belted to center field, but Blue is able to get back to the warning track in time to catch out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Nanaimo Megafauna, B. Hagen, still trying to get their first hit. Ryder Mitchell still locked in. The high and outside pitch is swung on and fouled. Slider inside for the 1-1 is hit towards DeJesus. It bounces off of his glove, and that is going to be the first hit of the game for the Nanaimo Megafauna.
Very exciting. Now we've got a runner on. Let's see how B. Hagen decides to play this. He's going to have to get back into this very shortly if he is looking to stay in it, in my opinion. So, you know, a nice strong gapper, some solid contact here that could go a long way. Let's see what he's got.
This one is grounded right to Smile. Fires it to second, throw to first in time for the double play. Now, Megafauna have nobody on and 2 outs.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. Really unfortunate bit of soft contact there. B. Hagen chasing the breaking ball. It's tough to get around on those outside breaking balls if they're not too far over the zone, and just some light contact, easy double play.
A defensive misplay by Jampaladin, the first baseman jumping for the ball. Bounces off of his chest, and the runner is safe at first. Bringing up the top of the order, Bubba Blue with a runner on first and 2 outs.
That's inside.
A lot of speed on the bag from the number 9 hitter. The 2-1 taken inside. The high pitch is swung on and lifted towards left field. It's going to be a run for everybody. Wiggs makes the behind-the-back catch coming out from third base. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Surfers lead 5-0.
Yeah, it's a rough one. Jampaladin venturing pretty far out to get that. It's very difficult to judge those sometimes, as a really nice strike there by B. Hagen. But yeah, really tough to judge some of those. A nice over-the-shoulder catch, or behind the back, as you said, for his third baseman.
The 1-1 pitch to Pon Nielsen is lined into right field and caught for out number 1, bringing up Shoot to Jesus. Cassandra Killer is locked in on the mound for the Megafauna. B. Hagen has to be happy about that, but with the lower stamina of these relievers, he still has a long way to go, as that one is strike 3 called on the inside part of the plate. Jampaladin couldn't pull the trigger. Some great pitching from this specialist reliever so far. A quick 0-2 count to Wendy Smile. Can she finish it off? The high and inside pitch is swung on and blooped towards center field. Blue runs in and makes the catch. Bottom of the 4th we go. Nanaimo Megafauna still trying to get on the board.
B. Hagen's done a great job of keeping Jam quiet here through the last few innings after that 5 spot in the 1st. Nice piece over to short. It's going to be picked up by Cochran and thrown over to first. For out number 1, unfortunately. We've got the meat of the order here now for the Megafauna. It's very important now for B. Hagen to try and get some runners on.
Betty Bowhead with 1 out comes in. The pitch from Mitchell. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. What a pitch. The 3-1 to Betty. Taken all the way. That high breaking ball called for a strike. The payoff pitch to Bowhead. Swung on and belted towards center field. Might have been a bit under it, but Beck is at the wall. He catches it at the warning track for out number 2.
Very, very tough break. B. Hagen just a bit under that. Got some really, really solid contact on that ball.
Could have been a much-needed run there for the Megafauna. They still trail by 5 here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-2 to Finn. The outside curveball is swung on and lifted to Cochran. She ranges over and makes the grab. Out number 3. We head at the top of the 5th inning. The Surfers lead 5-0, but have not scored in the last 3 innings.
Yeah, Cassandra Killer's pitch count getting up there. The specialist doing a great job for the Megafauna. B. Higgins really going to try to get her deep into this game.
First pitch in there for a strike from Cassandra Killer. Dorian Wiggs still batting .427 on the season. The third baseman has 3 homers and 31 ribbies on the season. The 3-1 to Wiggs. Taken all the way, just misses high and outside. That'll be a leadoff walk for the Surfers, not what you want if you're B. Hagen.
Yeah, tough 4-pitch walk there. Jam exhibiting a good eye, being very, very selective in this game.
The 1-1 to Kent Norwest. Taken all the way, just a touch low. The 2-1 catches the high part of the plate. 2-2. Taken all the way. Runner on first and nobody out for Norwest. The payoff pitch is swung on towards the gap. Makes it onto the ground in right field. First and second with nobody out. The Surfers are putting together a rally here in the 5th.
Yeah, looking very dangerous. The 8 and 9 hitters in this lineup just as dangerous as some of the other ones higher in the order. So B. Higgins really going to be looking to find his way through this great changeup, getting her way out in front on that swing.
Celine Weeks was looking to smash that one. Killer is able to catch that ball that was hit back to her. Instead of getting it past her, throws it to second, on to first for the double play. Huge defensive play there from the Megafauna.
Yeah, absolutely. Great break. Finally be able to pick one of those soft ground balls up in there. The pitcher doing a good job there, making that double play. 1 over to 6 on to 3.
Checks the swing at the pitch off the plate. The 2-1 to Richardson is also off the plate. Runner on third with 2 outs. This one is swung on and crushed, but foul. The payoff pitch to the number 9 batter. Swung on late, couldn't catch up with the off-speed pitch. And yet again, the Surfers threaten but do not score. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The Nanaimo Megafauna trail by 5.
Yeah, interesting pitch selection there by B. Hagen. Definitely worked out. Looked like it crossed Jampaladin up pretty hard with that high forkball.
First pitch is swung on, batted down by the pitcher. Knocks it down and throws it to first for out number 1. 1 out and nobody on for Sal Sperm. Takes it just off the plate for ball number 2. This one is crushed towards center field, but it's going to hang up enough for Beck to get over and make the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, a ton of gap space in Emerald Diamond. Some other stadiums that might find its way out of the park or off the wall. Not here, though. Plenty of space for the center fielder to get under it.
Ryder Mitchell putting in the work today for Jampaladin and the Surfers. He boasts a 4.5 ERA currently. That one inside just misses. The 3-1 to Humpback is swung on. Gets past the glove of Mew Cochran. Nielsen back in, and we have a 2-out single for B. Hagen.
Yeah, a little bit of 2-out action. Let's see what Mr. Say, I believe it's pronounced, can do here. The 8-hole hitter. Still very decent setup as far as stats go.
Sigurd Say lays off of the outside curveball. This one is poked up. Mitchell gets a glove on it. Looked like it might have. Knocks it down and fires it to first. Keeps the inning from going on. We head to the top of the 6th. Surfers lead by 5. Mew Cochran takes strike number 2. Cassandra Killer's getting a bit gassed on the mound. That one is swung on low. Sperm picks it up and steps on the bag for out number 1. Edwin Beck batting .511. Cassandra Killer still on the mound, and B. Hagen is going to be taking her out in exchange for Gregory Greatwhite, high velo and high junk, and a 4-pitch arsenal. The 1-1 in there for a strike. Tough out activates for Beck. The submarine delivery swung on towards Sperm. He steps on the bag, out number 2.
Nice sequence, good screwball there by B. Hagen. Getting jam fishing. Very rare to see him swinging a ball like that out of the strike zone, but the screwball with that high jump, very, very deceptive, coming in at a very high speed as well.
Pond Nielsen, who started the run-scoring affair for the Surfers in the first, faces Great White with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 6th. The 3-0 is crushed to center field. That's going to get down all the way to the wall. Should be a 2-out double for Pond Nielsen, and it is. The Surfers are going to try to extend their lead here.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 16.
Shoot to Jesus, batting in the cleanup spot, takes the first pitch high and inside for a strike. That one is in there for a strike as well. The 0-2 is swung on and popped up into shallow right field. The first baseman ranges back, makes the grab. The Surfers yet again threaten, but cannot score. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 9-1-2 batters due up for B. Hagen. He's got to get something started here.
Yeah, I was going to say we're at a very, very crucial juncture of the ball game here, the bottom of the 6th inning. We're running out of chances, but still a good amount of ball game left as he swings at the first pitch, lifts it very, very high to back in center field. He's going to camp out under it for out number 1. Unfortunate, B. Hagen just under that.
Good power, it felt like, but like you said, just under. Bubba Blue takes the first pitch inside. 1 out and nobody on. The 2-seamer is swung on past the glove of Cochran. Again, we have a 1-out single here for B. Hagen. Reggie Wright steps in, batting .424 on the year. First pitch from Ryder Mitchell in there for a strike. 62 pitches thrown on the day. That one misses just outside. The 1-2 to Reggie, taken all the way high, lays off that high heat. The steal attempt from first to second is thrown out at second for out number 2, and the swung on ground out to Wiggs will end this inning. I believe possibly a hit and run attempt there from B. Hagen, just didn't time the steal correctly.
Yeah, perhaps either way, just a really hard way to throw away a base runner deep in this ball game. Every guy you get on is really going to count. You want to try and string something together. Running into outs is very, very, very difficult. That's definitely pressing on B. Hagen now as we move into the top of the 7th as he continues to try and hold Jampaladin to that same 5 spot he gave up in the first.
Wendy Smile with a soft line out for out number 1 here in the top of the 7th. Dorian Wiggs takes the pitch outside off the plate. The 1-1 from Great White is taken low. Wiggs swings at this one. It is lifted far to left field. It could be off the wall. Gray with the jumping catch at the wall. Robs the Surfers of extra bases there. This one also crushed to left field. Might have a little more on it. That one will be off the wall. Gray gets the throw back into second base, but standing there is the batter. The Surfers have a runner on second with 2 outs. Celine Weeks takes the first pitch down the middle for a strike. Inside, ball 1. Runner on second with 2 outs for Weeks. This one is swung on hard, but right into the glove of Say at second base. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Betty Bowhead stepping in for the Megafauna. Swings at the first pitch. Could be a blooper into left field, but Cochran gets back and makes the catch before it hits the ground.
Very, very tough. B. Hagen fishing again at the first pitch. A cutter, or 2-seam it was, from the righty out of the zone. Jampaladin electing to go with that pitch again. This time, B. Hagen not fishing for it.
The 1-1 to Frederick Finn. Taken just clips the outside corner for strike. Tries to get him to chase. He does not. The 72nd pitch from Ryder Mitchell. Just misses on the outside corner. Brings the count full. The payoff pitch goes for the slider. Freezes him, but it's just outside. That is going to be a huge walk for B. Hagen. A runner on first with 1 out for Britt Bride. Takes the first pitch off the plate. Bad jumps. We might not be seeing a run attempt here. That one is smashed, but foul down the right field line.
Good swing, just a little bit late on that.
The 2-1 to Bride. Taken just inside. Breaking ball didn't catch it. A big 3-1 here for Ryder Mitchell. Takes it all the way. Strike on the inside corner. Another 3-2 count for Mitchell. The payoff pitch is swung on and crushed to center field, but got a little bit under it. Beck at the warning track, makes the grab for out number 2.
And that's the third ball Bhagen has sent just about as far as he could possibly send it to dead center field. Very, very unfortunate. Emerald holding these in his home ballpark, not doing him any favors.
That one gets away from the catcher. The runner from first will move up to second. Bhagen has a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. This one is swung on right into the glove of Mitchell. Comebacker caught by the starting pitcher for the Surfers. He's through 7 with no runs given up. An incredible effort from Jampaladin to stifle this Bhagen offense.
Yeah, absolutely. He's pitched to perfection so far. Just getting a lot of soft contacts, some timely strikeouts, and a few favors deep in center field. Edwin Beck camping out for some really, really tough deep fly balls from Bhagen as that ball's hit softly to first for out number 1. That brings up Mew Cochran, the leadoff hitter.
Pitch to Mew is swung on off the glove of the diving third baseman. She's going to be aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 25.
Edwin Beck lays off the first pitch outside. This one is smashed towards center left field, but plenty of room there at the warning track for Blue to make the grab. He gets it back into second. 2 outs.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 45.
Pond Nielsen stepping in, trying to bring back what she was able to do in the first inning. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. She is locked in, which is a sight that is not uncommon for this number 3 batter. The 1-1 to Nielsen is swung on, but a leaping catch from Say at second base keeps her from doing any more damage. We head to the bottom of the 8th, bottom of the order, due up for the Nanaimo Megafauna, and they have their work cut out for them.
Yeah, only 6 outs to work with here, but he's done a great job of holding Jampaladin throughout this entire ball game. Only that 5-run first inning being the difference here in this game. There's still time for the Megafauna to find their way into this. He just has to be selective, like I said earlier. He has to find something he can drive, get some runners on. As that's hit the left field, that's lifted, soft contact.
At the wall, and it is off the wall. It's going to be a lead-off double for the Megafauna. They're looking to rally back here in the late game.
Yeah, that's a very, very valuable leadoff double. Let's see how Bhagen now plays this. Looks like he's going to go to his bench for a potential pinch hitter here for the second baseman.
Not a terrible decision, as Sigurd say is tense. He comes out, and Butis Bottlenose steps in with a 350 average, so she has definitely seen action here. No home runs on the 4 ribbies. She takes the first pitch for a strike. The 1-1 to the pinch hitter, taken just off the plate. Runner on second and nobody out for the Megafauna. This one is crushed to deep center field. Beck is going to be able to get it in front of the warning track. We'll see if the runner tries to move up. The runner goes from second to third. The throw to third will not be in time. Runner on third with 1 out for Gray. Gray takes the first pitch inside. Cutter missing. This one is smashed yet again to center field. Beck will make the catch. Is it deep enough for a sac fly? The runner tags up to home, and he comes across the plate. 5-1 is now the score. The Nanaimo Megafauna get their first run of the game.
Yeah, Bhagen there, able to manufacture that run. It's a shame he had to sacrifice 2 outs to do it, but he's got Bubba Blue and the top of his order up here as that's hit into right center field. Norwest is going to look to catch that, and he does. Looked like a possible misplay could have happened there, but Jampaladin locking it down. We're moving to the top of the 9th.
We head to the top of the 9th indeed. Shoot to Jesus, swings at the first pitch back up the middle, trying to get a rally started, possibly get that run back that they just gave up. With a 5-1 lead, Jampaladin still not quite comfortable with it. Runner on first and nobody out for Smile. Swings at the first pitch and misses. The 0-1 is taken all the way for strike number 2. Great White with 34 pitches thrown in this relief appearance. The bunt attempt missed, pulled back at the last moment, but the runner was going, thrown out at second base, and now nobody on and 1 out for Wendy Smile. The 2-2 to the second baseman, taken all the way high and inside. The payoff pitch. is swung on, but just got under it. The center fielder should have plenty of time to camp under this one. Makes the grab for out number 2. Some good defense here by B. Hagen.
Number 24.
Dorian Wiggs swings at the 1-0 towards the gap in left field, hanging up there for a little bit. The
Ooh,
diving
tough
attempt,
play.
center fielder bounces off of his glove. Stopping at second is the runner.
Now batting.
2 outs and a runner on second for Kent Norwest. Going to try to buy Jampaladin some extra insurance here.
Yeah, and one of my favorite things to say, I think it looks like Kent there a triple away from this cycle. Let's see in the top of the 9th if this last at-bat can do it for him.
That's down.
He'll have to get a hit into one of those gaps and turn on the speed. He is locked in as he fouls that one down the first base line. The 2-2 taken all the way.
Whoa.
Strike 3 called on the high side corner. The bottom of the 9th we go. B. Hagen trails by 4, and he has 3 outs to work with.
Absolutely electric pitch there, just dotting him up on the corner to get out of that situation. B. Hagen has locked it down since this first inning. It's very unfortunate he hasn't been able to put some runs together, but he's got 3 outs here to make it happen. Let's see what we got.
Ryder Mitchell is done for the Surfers. 8 innings pitched and only 1 run allowed. Quick Zoner comes in for relief. 1.79 ERA, a sub-1 whip. He starts off with a 1-1 count to Reggie Wright, the number 2 batter. The changeup is swung on. Smile gets back and makes the grab for out number 1.
The shortstop. Number
Quick Zoner with a 5-pitch arsenal for this reliever. Not something you see a lot in the XBL. Another 1-1 count to start things off for Zoner.
That's down.
That pitch misses low. The 2-1 to Bowhead. Taken inside. A big 3-1 pitch here. Heater on the outside corner is taken all the way for strike 2. K-Man activates for Zoner. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. The slider on the inside corner.
That was a great pitch by Zoner there to totally freeze B. Hagen. We've got Frederick Finn now, the cleanup hitter. 457, 10 ribbies on the season. He's the final chance here in Game 1 for the Megafauna.
Quick Zoner looking to put this game in the books. The 2-1 to Finn, taken for a strike on the inside corner. K-Man activates for Zoner. The 2-2 to Finn. Swung on and drilled to center field. That one is out of here. It's a 3-run ball game with 1 out left.
Wow, Finn absolutely smashed that ball. 442 feet drilled to left center field. That keeps the Megafauna alive here for Britt Bird. Or Bride, excuse me.
But a quick 0-2 from Zoner, who's still trying to finish this one off. He goes to the slider, swung on behind the home plate. Richardson gets back, makes the grab. And that is how this game ends. The Surfers take Game 1 of this 2-game series.
Yeah, very, very, very tight game after that first where Jampaladin came out looking electric, really breaking it open with 2 home runs in that inning. B. Hagen, though, locking it down for the final 8. Just unfortunate he could not crawl back into this one. 2 runs, not enough. Just a little dent in that 5-run lead that Jampaladin came out to.
You've got to feel a little bit upset, of course, if you're B. Hagen, only able to put up 2 runs in this very important game. However, able to keep Jampaladin to 0 runs scored across those last 8 innings. All of...
Looks like we lost you there for a second, Snack.
So,
You're back, I think.
sorry about that a little bit.
You're cutting out.
Looks like we're having a little bit... Sorry about that. It looks like we're having some technical difficulties here. One, two, 1, 2. Unfortunately for B. Hagen, he wasn't able to come out with the win there. but being able to hold Jampaladin to no runs scored over the last 8 innings of the game, as well as able to put up a huge home run in the 9th of his own, maybe that momentum will carry him over into game number 2.
Yeah, for sure. He was looking to find a little bit of comfort at the plate, able to put some pretty good swings on some balls, and a little bit of tough luck there. Like we saw, he drove some very, very deep balls to center field, just underneath a few of those hittable pitches thrown by Jampaladin. Game 2, I think, goes a little bit more in the Megafauna's favor. They're going to be the away team at Big Sky Park, so another smaller stadium we're going to have. Let's see how this plays out. Should be some offense.
We'll see if Pond Nielsen is able to put up another dinger as we saw in Game 1. And we'll see if anybody else from the other teams will be able to drive the ball deep as well. It's going to be a day game at Big Sky Park. Jampaladin looking to go 30-2 on the season, while Bhagen going to try to go 28-6. We've got 80 ego on batting, 90 ego on everything else, as is customary in the AAA division. We're going to get things here started. Blue will be leading things off for this game, batting first for Bhagen and the Nanaimo Megafauna, as August Sardines will be pitching for the Surfers.
I believe also in that last ball game, the win for the Surfers, locking them in officially for that number 1 seed in AAA.
A huge accomplishment indeed. The first pitch is inside for ball number 1. That's how this ball game gets started. The 2-0 to Bubba Blue is swung on. Wiggs with a jumping catch steals a single away from the Megafauna.
Yeah, nice drill ball there. Unfortunate, it was not able to find its way down the line. Really, really great timed jump by Jampaladin.
Reggie Wright starts off with the 2-0 count. The low changeup, taken low. The 3-0 to Wright, in there for a strike. The 3-1 misses just a bit inside. A 1-out walk is issued for Bhagen and the Megafauna.
Yeah, Bhagen looking to be a little bit more selective, I think, than he was in Game 1. We saw him biting at a lot of first pitches, eager to try and dig into that 5-run lead that Paladin had came out to here. But now we're back on even footing at 0-0 and a 3-0 count in favor of Bhagen. Back-to-back walks even. Look at that.
Jampaladin was painting the corners in Game 1. Didn't seem to have much of a problem pitching at all. A stark contrast to start off here. That one is a broken bat foul. Runners on first and second, both from walks. But a quick 0-2 count for August Sardines. Swung on and missed. Got him swinging at the moving pitch off the plate.
Yeah, nice screwball there. Set him up pretty well on the outside half. Gets him to just fish for that one. It's tough to hold up when it looks like a fastball coming in like that.
Britt Bride takes high and inside for ball number 2. That heater is in there for a strike, bringing the count to 2-1. Bride is 3-0-4 on the season. The 3-1 in there for a strike. The payoff pitch, screwball. Got him frozen. Looking at that one. And 2 walks is all the Megafauna are going to get there in the top of the first.
Bhagen exhibited a good eye, but was not able to pull the trigger there on a very hittable pitch. Let's see if he looks to regret that. The scoring was done in the first inning last game by Jampaladin.
We'll see if the Surfers are able to recreate their success in Game 1's first inning. A K-dud on the mound, and Martin one is lifted to left field. Gray makes the grab for out number 1. Despite being a K-dud, Martin only has a 1.85 ERA on the year, with 12 Ks to his name, as a matter of fact. In the hole here against Beck, though. The 3-0 pitch, taken all the way, strike called at the knees. The 3-1 to the 5-0-4 hitter is fouled back. The payoff pitch from Martin. Swung on 96 power, right at the feet of the center fielder Blue. He picks it up and fires it back in. A 1-out single for the Surfers.
All right, now we've got the dangerous Pond Nielsen digging in at that 507 and average, 24 dingers, 66 ribbies to her name, like we said last game. Some good speed on first, too. Bhagen's got to be careful with this hitter.
And you can bet Pond Nielsen's thinking that 25 homers would be a pretty number to end this season on. The 2-1 is taken high and inside. The delivery to Nielsen. Swung on, grounded into the gap in left field. Gray picks it up and fires it back in. First and second with one out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 60.
Shoot to Jesus takes the first pitch strike. And takes the heater on the high inside corner. The 0-2. Taken just off the plate for ball 1. This one is hammered, but right at Say. Picks it up, tosses it to second. The throw to first in time for the double play. We head to the top of the second. 0-0.
Nice clutch double play there. Just eliminates that possibly dangerous situation. We've got Sal Sperm now stepping in, a very dangerous hitter in his own right for the Megafauna.
And a sigh of relief from B. Hagen as the Surfers are unable to replicate what they did in the first inning of the previous game. The 2-1 to Sal Sperm. Changeup in there for a strike. The cut fastball, not close. The payoff pitch to Sperm. Screwball is swung on and lifted to Smile. She walks a few steps back, makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Harry Humpback stepping in with a .450 average here in the number 7 spot. Swings at the first pitch, gets a lot of it, but just underneath it as Beck will make the catch in front of the warning track for out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 7.
Sigurd Say stepping in. Takes the first pitch outside for ball number 1. The 2-0 to Say. In there for his strike on the outside corner. Sardines going to that screwball. He's been throwing it a lot. Gets the call on the outside corner for strike number 2. The cutter is swung on off the glove of Sardines. No one's going to get to it in time. Cochran throws it to first, but already safe is the runner. Runner on first with 2 outs for Gray.
Yeah, nice break for B. Hagen there. He's already got that pitch count of August Sardines up. Let's see if he's able to continue to run it, continue to hunt for strikes, because that will he will eventually find a payoff pitch if he is very selective up there.
Going to the screwball again, gets strike number 2. And another screwball just off the plate. He doesn't offer at it. The 2-2 from Sardines is swung on up the middle. Smile with a diving effort to stop it. The throw to first is not in time, though. First and second with 2 outs for the top of the order in B. Hagen. And the 2-seamer on the edge of the plate called for a strike. 1-1 to Blue is high and not offered at. 41 pitches already thrown by Sardines here in the second. The screwball taken all the way. The 2-2 screwball off the plate. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing.
Yeah, Jen Paladin's done a really great job of setting up that outside corner, finding ways to get B. Hagen to chase out there. He's throwing a lot of borderline strikes. As that one's drilled to left, it could be... Ooh, just missed by the left fielder. And he's going to dig for second. It should be a leadoff double for the Surfers.
Indeed it is, and with Dorian Wiggs stepping in, that .429 average, not how B. Hagen wanted to get this one started. A 1-1 count to Dorian Wiggs. This one is belted to left field, absolutely smashed, and you can say goodbye to that one. 2-0, the Surfers lead.
Nice 400-foot dinger for Wiggs. She really got a hold of that, got under it. Nice arc on it. 2 big runs for the Surfers.
Kent Norwest swings at the first pitch, a heat check. Bowhead throws it to Sperm for out number 1. Celine Week steps in. Takes the first pitch inside for ball number 1. Martin Mink is tense on the mound. Struggling to find the strike zone. The 3-0 on the way, and it misses low and inside for a big 1-out walk. The Surfers are going to try to put together a huge rally here. Kurt Richardson batting a nice even .500 on the season. He swings at this one, and he got a lot of that one, folks. It is Gone over the high left field wall.
The 10th
Another.
Wow.
It's his 10th home run of the season, and that's two RBI homers. 2-run homers? Forgetting how to speak here. So many 2-run homers here. Another heat check from Bowhead to Sperm for out number 2. Bottom line is the Surfers lead at 4-0 here in the second.
Yeah, some good hitting exhibited so far by Jampaladin. That last home run, taking it where it was pitched, putting it right into those first few rows and left. That first homer just absolutely getting around on a fastball, middle in the zone. He's looking very, very dangerous here. Now he's out to an important 4-0 lead.
The 2-2 to Beck is swung on and crushed to right field. Does it have enough? It will be off the wall. Bouncing right in front of the wall, I should say. A 2-out double. The Surfers threatening again in a big way here in the second. And Pond Nielsen stepping in. We'll see if B. Hagen opts to pitch around this all-star player for the Surfers. Gets a strike in there. The 2-1 also in there for a strike. That nice breaking pitch. The 2-2 just inside, but swung onto Sperm. Steps on the bag for out number 3. We head to the top of the third, but the damage is done by Jampaladin Surfers, who have a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, 2, 3, and 4 though coming up for the Megafauna. B. Hagen's got to get into this early. We saw last game he struggled a bit scoring after Jampaladin jumped out to a big lead. He's down 4 here right now. Let's see how he chooses to respond to that.
The 2-1 from Sardines taken all the way for a big strike on the inside corner. Going for that screwball. A favorite of Jampaladin's in this game gets the strike 3 call.
Tough pitch to let go by B. Hagen, staring at a few very, very, very questionable forkballs in the zone as he lifts that one to Norwest in right field. It should be an easy out number 2, and it is. Unfortunate for B. Hagen, he's not able to pull the trigger on a few of those.
Frederick Finn stepping into the batter's box. Takes the first pitch strike. Doesn't chase the screwball off the plate. The 1-1 to Finn. Swung on just foul past the leaping glove of the first baseman. Sardines is locked in. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing the screwball off the plate. We switch sides here in the bottom of the third. Shoot to Jesus for the Surfers. Check swing, but it was a strike on the inside corner. The 1-1 from Mink is swung on. A diving effort by the shortstop, but bounces off their glove. A leadoff single for the Surfers, who are looking to repeat what they did in the previous inning.
Yeah, the shortstop there for the Megafauna, very, very high fielding. That ball just hit, I guess, too hard for her to deal with. Now we've got a leadoff runner on. It's a dangerous situation, as we know from previous innings.
Ooh, a big strike call there with the breaking pitch. The 1-2, bunted off the plate. It's going to have to hurry. Mink with the pickup. The throw to first is in time. The runner moves from first to second, but with 1 out.
Yeah, a lot of confidence shown by Jampaladin there to just put one down with 2 strikes. A little bit unorthodox, to say the least. But it ends up paying off. He puts a controlled bunt down the left field line, and he's got that runner over with less than 2 outs. Let's see if he's able to push him across.
Another short leash for the Nanaimo Megafauna starters. Gregory Greatwhite coming in relief here in the bottom of the third with 1 out. Ooh, a nice comebacker grab by Greatwhite. He even has the audacity to go to second, but getting back and safe is the Surfers runner. First pitch is slammed into right field. Wright picks it up and fires it back in, keeping the runner at third, but at the corners with 2 outs, and Celine Weeks is stepping in. She swings at the first pitch, up the middle. That's going to be an RBI single. The Surfers extend their lead to a familiar 5-0.
Yeah, some good baseball here by the Surfers with 2 outs. Like we said, we saw that runner get moved over with less than 2 outs. Then over to third, and, you know, there's that single to push the run across. Some manufacturing of runs also to go along with the dingers. You like to see the offensive presence from Jampaladin.
That wild pitch will get away from Finn, and the runners advance. Second and third with 2 outs. The 2-1 to Richardson, taken all the way inside. The number 9 batter takes the high pitch, not close. The bases will be loaded for the top of the order. Mew Cochran stepping in. Gregory Greatwhite tense on the mound. The first pitch catches the inside corner for strike one. Big check swing on the outside part of the plate. Not called a strike. The 2-1 to Cochran is swung on and lifted to center field, but playable for the center fielder. Blue makes the grab for out number 3. We head to the top of the fourth. The Surfers get another run. B. Hagen trails by 5.
Able to get out of that bases loaded jam. That's got to feel at least pretty decent if you're B. Hagen, able to mitigate the damage and give yourself another chance at the plate here. We've got the 5, 6, and 7 hitters coming up, as we said many times in this series, as that ball's driven into a familiar right center field. Beck's going to have enough space to get under it, and he does for out number 1. B. Hagen's got to find a way into this.
Sardines still locked in. 57 pitches thrown here in the fourth. The screwball inside is swung on, dribbled towards Wiggs, picks it up, fires it across the diamond for out number 2. The first pitch to Harry Humpback is taken for a strike. That screwball is doing work for August Sardines, and Jampaladin's got to be happy with how it's delivering for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's definitely gotten away with a few in the zone, but he's kept B. Hagen very, very off step with the way that he's mixing it in.
The 2-seamer on the corner is fouled. 2 outs and nobody on here for Harry Humpback. The 2-2 taken all the way high and outside. The payoff pitch, he goes to the screwball. Swung on, weak contact. Beck is going to range over. He makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for B. Hagen.
Yeah, and only 2 hits to Jampaladin's 9. He's got to start stringing something together, find some runs. You can't keep holding Jampaladin. You know he's a very, very prolific hitter at the plate. He's going to score some runs. You got to be able to keep up with him.
This one is grounded to Say, who picks it up and throws it to Spurn for out number 1. Pond Nielsen, ever the threat, 1 for 2 in this game with a single to her name. She swings at the first pitch, crushes it to center field. Home run, number 25 for Pond Nielsen on the season.
Absolutely yacked. 453 feet for a round 25 on the season for Pond Nielsen. A big front runner for that MVP in the individual player section of the XBL AAA.
Another heat check from Jampaladin. First pitch swinging, lifted to Blue in center field. Out number 2. Wendy Smile takes that one all the way high and outside. The 1-1 to Wendy Smile. Taken inside for ball number 2. That one in there for a strike. The 2-2 is swung on towards the gap in right field. Could be extra bases. It gets down off the wall. Blue picks it up and throws it back to the infield, but Smile is standing at second base. A 2-out double. Dorian Wiggs lays off the first pitch strike, painting the corner inside. Swings at that one, could be into the gap. It gets down. She's sending him home. The right fielder's throw into home plate, not in time. Across the plate comes run number 7 for the Surfers.
Yeah, Wendy Smile, speedster on the base paths. A nice hit into no man's land. Just no fielder there with that second baseman holding the runner on.
Another one hit towards the gap, but a little bit too much center. Blue is able to make a running catch to end that inning. But B. Hagen trails by 7 here, still to put up a run in game number 2. Jampaladin has been pitching a gem with his starters in these 2 games. That one, however, is laced up the middle. Beck is going to pick it up and fire it back in. A leadoff single for B. Hagen. This could be what the Nanaimo Megafauna need.
Yeah, the 7-run deficit, any runner, base runner is going to be valuable. You just need to find ways to push them across. If you got to get creative, get creative. If you're able to capitalize on a meatball, capitalize it. You can't keep letting good pitches go by.
The 0-2 to Gray goes to the screwball, swung on and missed. Got him chasing yet again.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 1.
Cutter misses inside. First pitch to Bubba Blue. This one is hit well to center field. Beck going back to the wall. He leaps, it's over his head, and it's gone. The Megafauna are on the board with a 2-run jack from blue. They've shortened the lead to 5.
Yeah, the leadoff hitter putting in some work. Nice stroke to center field. Now we're back in this. If we're the Megafauna fans, we're feeling a little bit better. It's only the 5th inning. There's plenty of outs to work with in this one.
August Sardines back to neutral. He gets the call on the outside corner. The 2-1 to Reggie Wright. Screwball catches the inside corner for strike number 2. Sticking with the screwball off the plate, he swung on, gets a piece of it, pokes it into the glove of Wiggs at third base. Out number 2. First pitch swinging, dribbled towards Cochran, picks it up, throws it to first for out number 3. But a big 2-run jack puts Nanaimo Megafauna on the board. They trail by 5. Jampaladin going to try to extend his lead. Celine Weeks currently in the hole 0-2. Pitch from the 10th Great White is laid off entirely. The off-speed got him frozen. Strike 3 called.
Yeah, perhaps Jam expecting the fastball there. Just a little bit of movement on that changeup as that one is drilled to deep center field. That baby's gone.
See you later. A big solo jack for the Surfers to get back one of those big runs. 450 feet to dead center. Richardson's 11th dinger of the year. And it's a big one in a huge series.
Yeah, I believe his second one of the ball game. 450 feet and in a hurry as that one's driven to left center field. And the Surfers go back to back.
Mew Cochran. The number 9 and number 1 batters go back to back here. And just like that, Jampaladin gets back the 2 runs he just gave up.
Yeah, we're at the 7-run deficit again. B. Hagen going into the bullpen, bringing in Cassandra Killer, who did great job of last game, holding Jampaladin. If B. Hagen has any chance of winning this game too, he's got to have her in here, and he's got to lock it down.
Big velo and big junk from Cassandra Killer. Tough out activates for Edwin Beck. The 1-2 is laid off inside. 2-2 on the way, is swung on towards left field. Plenty of time for Gray to make the catch, and it's out number 2. Pond Nielsen stepping in. First pitch, heater, 102 miles per hour, taken for a strike. The breaking pitch called a strike on the inside corner, the 0-2 to Nielsen. Laid off, and it's strike 3 called high and inside. A 3-pitch strikeout to Pond Nielsen ends the inning.
Yeah, B. Hagen really painting there. Killer's done a great job in this series against the Surfers. Really closing the door on them to prevent them from doing any more damage. We're in the top of the 6th. A few more outs to work with for B. Hagen. And August Sardines at 82 pitches now. Let's not be surprised if we see quick zoner again in this one.
This inside screwball is crushed, and it gets down in front of the sliding Beck. A leadoff single for the Nanaimo Megafauna. B. Hagen is going to try to come back here in the 6th. We'll see how much longer Jampaladin leaves his starter in.
Stranger things have happened in the XBL. You just got to be able to string some hits together.
That one is crushed, but foul. Sardines running out of stamina here in the 6th. Just misses inside. The 2-1 to Bride is swung on, reached for, popped up foul. Wiggs makes the grab in foul territory for out number 1.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 5.
Sal Sperm stepping in. Swings at the first pitch, low changeup. Cochran's going to have to make a play at first. She fires it to first in time for out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Yeah, a little bit of that Megafauna lack of speed showing through. I mean, a team based off of a bunch of whales, you don't expect too many players to be that fast.
Runner on second and 2 outs for Harry Humpback as that one is drilled off the glove of Wiggs and it slides into the outfield. Cochran throws it to home. The runner at third was thinking about going from home to home, got the stop sign. We have runners at the corners with 2 outs for Say.
A smart move by B. Hagen there. I thought he had a little bit more speed on third base. Again, Wales moving kind of slow. Thought he was definitely going to make that run. Smart move saving him at third, but it looks like it's not going to make a difference now. Out number 3.
A soft liner into the glove of Cochran sends us to the bottom of the 6th. B. Hagen's Megafauna 2, Jampaladin's Surfers 9. A quick 0-2 count from Cassandra Killer to shoot to Jesus. Takes the inside pitch for a ball. Specialist is activated with the righty-on-righty matchup. The 2-2 to shoot is swung on, and it's going to get into the seats. Foul. Oh, not quite into the seats. Just bounced right off of the wall there. Full count for shoot to Jesus. The payoff pitch. Low and outside, but swung on and fouled. This one is crushed.
Ooh.
A diving attempt by the third baseman, but he isn't able to corral it. It will get down for a leadoff single, and Wendy Smile steps in.
Yeah, lack of defensive spread perhaps for a few of these middle infielders, corner infielders for the Megafauna. A lot of balls dropped in this series that could have prevented hits, could have prevented runs. As that one's dive by Bowhead makes the out at first. Wow, had to take a ton of time to make that play. Still able to make the throw with that left hand at shortstop.
Cassandra Killer just wasn't able to get her glove on the ball. I thought for a second she was going to knock it down, but a heads-up dive from Bowhead, able to get the out at first. Say with a dive to keep the ball from getting into the outfield, and he throws the out at first for out number 2. A runner on third, 2 outs for Kent Norwest. And a quick 2-0 here for Norwest.
It's funny how one dive puts a runner on base, 2 consecutive dives follow and get 2 outs. Let's see how B. Higgins able to finish this 6th.
Crushed foul to bring the count full. 2 outs and a runner on third. The payoff pitch up the middle. Cassandra can't get a glove on it yet again. An RBI single for the Surfers here in the bottom of the 6th to take a 10-2 lead. A homer here, you gotta be thinking if you're Jampaladin, could end the game right here.
Yeah, he's going to be selective. He's going to hunt for a strike to hit. You know Salim Weeks has a ton of power, 8 homers on the season, but 2 really, really close borderline strikes here from B. Hagen to start the at-bat. He's being selective.
Painting the corner. The high and inside pitch is swung on past the glove of the shortstop. She couldn't quite make a play on that one. A 2-out single, first and second, 2 outs. The number 9 batter, Kurt Richardson. He has 11 homers on the first pitch. The forkball is in there for a strike. The 0-1. Another forkball catches the outside corner, strike 2. Lays off that one just a touch high. The 1-2 is swung on, and he kills Cassandra. Bowhead with the heads-up play, picking the ball up and getting the out at first. But that's a huge blow for B. Hagen, his great reliever, just destroyed by that comebacker.
Yeah, it's always tough when your shortstop still got to make that play over the limp body of your pitcher laying on the mound. Heads-up baseball by her to make the play first before worrying about the health of her comrade, but yeah, that's a rough one.
A body contusion for Cassandra Killer. We'll see if she's able to come back up as that one paints the corner on the outside. Strike 3 called. With 1 out and nobody on, it's Bubba Blue here in the top of the 7th for the Nanaimo Megafauna. He drills that one to deep center field. See you later. That one's gone.
Nice job, Bubba Blue's 2nd home run of the ball game.
460 feet, another one crushed to dead center. That mojo's going up. And that will be that. August Sardines will be coming out of the game, and there he is, quick zoner. Another game of relief. First pitch is swung on towards the gap in left field. Beck is going to have to play it off of the wall. Not a friendly hop. The Nanaimo Megafauna stretched that one into a double, a 1-out double. Betty Bowhead steps in with a runner on second and 1 out.
RBI man engaged as well.
A heads-up play to get to second after the play. Oh, Smile with the early dive. She isn't able to corral it. Gets by her. The runner from third, rounds third, goes home, and he'll be safe. A huge RBI single. B. Hagen's Megafauna are looking to get back into this one. They trail 4-10 here, but they're putting up a fight.
Yeah, I have a feeling this one is not quite over yet. B. Hagen drills another over to shortstop. Mew Cochran unable to make the play.
Bounces back to Pond Nielsen in left field. She throws it back in, first and second with 1 out. And Britt Bride up to bat. First pitch is weakly fouled down the first base line. This cutter hangs up a little bit over the plate. Norwest makes the grab in right field for out number 2.
B. Hagen starting to string some hits together. This is very, very crucial here with 2 outs that he finds a way to find some magic, finds a hit here. Let's go.
Two-seamer inside, swung on and missed. Goes for the slider off the plate. That one is swung on, weakly tapped. The pitcher isn't able to pick it up. Smile's going to have to hurry. She makes the throw to first in time for the slow runner.
Yeah, unfortunate. Not enough speed there. So a lot of those in the league with a little around league average speed, you're going to make it to first base, just not able to make it there and keep the inning alive. But the Megafauna are not done yet.
And after being looked at by the trainers, it looks like Cassandra Killer will be staying out there for the Megafauna, as that one is ripped up the middle for a leadoff single. And Edwin Beck, you have to be wondering, with the top of the order due up, do you pull her now? And they do. Brennan Beluga with a 1.50 ERA, a sub-1 whip, stepping in for the Megafauna. High velo, high junk, four-seamer, cutter, curve. That one is belted into center field, but it will hang up for Blue to make the catch in front of the warning track for out number 1. And here she is again, folks. Pond Nielsen swings at the first pitch, belted to left center field. Does it have enough? It is off the top of the wall. Rounding third is the base runner. Safe at the plate, 11-4 the Surfers lead. A big, long, loud RBI single for Pond Nielsen.
Yeah, it looked like Pond thought that one might be going. She ends up hanging out at first base with the runner ahead of her with enough foresight to see that that one might hit the wall and ends up scoring on the play.
98 power going the opposite way. That one could also be the wall again. Thinking they might be caught, the runners were hanging up, though. And it's going to be second and third with one out here for Wendy Smile. And Jampaladin yet again in a situation where a home run will win him the game. Lays off the inside pitch, not close. The 3-0 to Wendy Smile. Inside all the way, the bases are loaded for the Surfers. And Dorian Wiggs already with a homer to her name in this game. Lays off the first pitch outside. The 1-0. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. That one right down the middle is hit to the gap in right field. That's going to get down. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. The fielders taking their time getting to it. It's a bases clearing RBI double, and that is the ball game. The Surfers win it with a 10-run mercy rule.
Wow, I mean, what can you say? Jampaladin really turned on the heat in that second game here. Mercying Behagen a score of 14-4. We did get to the bottom of the 7th, but 21 hits by Jampaladin. That's absolutely stellar. What can you say? A very emphatic sweep.
Behagen was able to stifle the offense of Jampaladin's Surfers somewhat in game number 1, but as you could see in game number 2, just absolutely unstoppable, crushing the ball in Big Sky, his home field. He's used to it. He knows those smaller dimensions, and he knows how to hit the ball out of the park. What more can be said?
Absolutely. Took advantage of that short porch a couple times, as we saw. But then he hit a couple to dead center field that absolutely had the distance in any park, even Shaka. I mean, 450 feet to dead center, you're going to get it out of anywhere. Jampaladin was able to be selective. He was able to capitalize on strikes. Behagen swinging a lot of early counts. He was really able to lock it down towards the meat of that first ball game. In the middle half here of this ball game, once he got Killer in there, he was able to sort of dominate Jampaladin at the plate, but just circumstances did not fall in his favor. A lot of drop balls, and Jampaladin really capitalizing on any missed pitches.
Cassandra Killer for Behagen and the Megafauna. An excellent relief appearance in game number 1, able to keep that game where it was. In game number 2, a little bit less favorable for her, especially having it ended by that huge comebacker shot, resulting in that body contusion injury. And she ended up giving up that leadoff single in the following inning, which then ultimately unraveled. With the pitching change for the Megafauna there. In contrast, you had Jampaladin, who both of his starters went the distance pretty much. They both weren't able to complete the games, but both pitchers starting out for the Surfers were able to go deep and keep the run total for Behagen relatively low.
Yeah, and for an offense as powerful as bhagen and his megafauna, that's a very, very good sign. If you're Jampaladin and your Surfers, you're able to hold one of the other top offenses in the league in a very high pressure game, from scoring a lot of runs. I think 6 games as far as or six runs total given up by Jampaladin's pitching staff. He did a really good job of locking it down, scoring his own runs as well on the other side of the ball. bhagen probably a little disappointed walking away here, but he played against the best of the best. He's got 27 wins on the year. You can't, hang your head if you're a megafauna fan or a megafauna player, manager, anything like that. We got a very, very exciting playoffs on our hands.
A very exciting playoffs in AAA for sure. There are some matchups that are going to be due up there that I just cannot wait to watch as that postseason gets started. But that is AAA. What we have for you in just about an hour is going to be our XBL match of the week between two teams who have already locked in their seeds as number 1 and number 2. Lazy's Tokyo Jackals taking on Ashnod's Coupon and his Chicago Blues. Those are going to be your number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the XBL. So you can join us again here in 1 hour. That's 7 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern. For that match of the week, it will be cast by my friend here, Dwayne, as well as fan favorite Weaver for Prez. But that's going to do it from me at the XBL. And that's going to be our last match of the week together, Dwayne. That's our last one.
We got a lot of playoff games on our slate, and somebody's going to have to call them. So get your playoff pants on. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get crazy.
Get your big boy playoff pants on because we've got a great playoff for you both in AAA and XBL.
Yeah, somebody's got to fetch Anka's Depends. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy.
Absolutely insane. I can't wait to see the upsets. I can't wait to see all of those matches that we will have for you. But until then, this has been Light Snack, a.k.a. Fluribel, a.k.a. your play-by-play announcer. Hope to see you in about an hour for that match of the week for XBL. Any parting words, Dwayne?
Well, just get excited. We got about an hour until, like you said, number 1 versus number 2. The season's wrapping up here. We got an exciting tournament on our hands coming up next week. If you're new here, give us a follow. If you need an invite to the Discord, ask anybody hanging out in here. They'll get you in. They'll get you involved. We've got a very, very fun product, very, very fun league, very fun community to be able to take part in. So if you're new here, you're interested, reach out. This is a big time for us to grow. It's a big time for everybody to enjoy some baseball. And yeah, with that, we're going to be signing off, but not for long. We'll see you guys in about an hour for Match of the Week in the XBL.
Thank you all for watching. We'll see you all in an hour.